because we were at the beginning trying to set out to figure out how do you develop biotech drugs that can starve a cancer by cutting off its blood supply. Well, we've done that, and it's actually one of the mainstays of cancer treatment today. But the more exciting thing, we found that when you use the same testing methods that were used to develop these drugs to test foods, there's more than 100 foods that can actually starve cancers as well.
Meet Dr. William Li, a world-renowned Harvard-trained medical doctor, researcher, president, and founder of the Angiogenesis Foundation. His work has led to more than 40 FDA-approved therapeutics and devices for cancer, cardiovascular disease, wound healing, and vision loss. He is also a New York Times best-selling author with Eat to Beat Disease: The New Science of How Your Body Can Heal Itself. He also published another book, Eat to Beat Diet: Burn Fat, Heal Your Metabolism, and Live Longer. Are you looking for a natural way to starve cancer cells while improving your sleep quality? What if certain foods could help your body fight disease, regulate stress, and enhance deep, restorative sleep at the same time? In this video, we'll reveal 5 high-tryptophan foods recommended by Dr. William Li that not only support the body's natural defense against cancer, but also promote better sleep, relaxation, and overall well-being. These foods work by boosting serotonin and melatonin production, helping you sleep deeply, while also strengthening your body's ability to fight disease. Stick around until the end, where we'll share simple and budget-friendly ways to include these foods in your daily meals. Disclaimer: pumpkin seeds.
Dr. Will Li here. I am actually at a pumpkin display. One of my favorite times of the year is fall, and with fall comes the pumpkin. Check it out. I love pumpkins, and one of the reasons I love pumpkins, let me pick one up. Ugh, heavy. One of the reasons I love pumpkins is actually a great source of dietary fiber. A cup of pumpkin actually contains 6 to 7 grams of dietary fiber. It's about a fourth of what you would actually want for a whole day in a single cup. So think about all the things you could do with dietary fiber to improve your gut health, which lowers inflammation, improves your immune system, and activates your metabolism. The other thing about pumpkins, check it out. I don't think I'm going to get this one, but I'm on a little hunt for other ones. But the other thing about pumpkins is that it contains zeaxanthin and lutein. These are bioactives that have been shown, they've been shown to be good for aging eyesight, to prevent vision loss from age-related macular degeneration. So maybe you know somebody who's getting older who wants to protect their vision. But also, those are carotenoids that have been shown to improve your metabolism, improve your gut health, improve your immune system, and improve your circulation as well. So a lot of good reasons to actually like a pumpkin. Now, here's the thing. When you're a kid, you buy a pumpkin, you carve it, and you toss out the insides. What I'm telling you to do, because of all these good bioactives, is to look for a recipe to actually cook with the pumpkins. You can roast the seeds, all right? You can also take the flesh and make something delicious out of it. That's where the dietary fiber is. That's where the lutein and zeaxanthin is as well. So don't toss it out. Use it.
Dr. Li recommends pumpkin seeds as one of the best plant-based sources of tryptophan, an essential amino acid that helps the body produce serotonin and melatonin, the key hormones for mood regulation and sleep. Serotonin helps keep stress levels low and improves mood, while melatonin controls the body's sleep cycle, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep through the night. Many people who struggle with insomnia or restless sleep often have low levels of serotonin and melatonin, and adding more tryptophan-rich foods like pumpkin seeds can naturally support better sleep patterns. Pumpkin seeds are also packed with magnesium and zinc, 2 minerals that work together to enhance the body's ability to convert tryptophan into serotonin. Magnesium helps relax the nervous system, which reduces stress and tension in the body, making it easier to wind down before bed. Zinc plays a critical role in brain function and helps maintain stable serotonin levels, preventing mood swings and anxiety that can disrupt sleep. Without enough magnesium and zinc, the body may struggle to use tryptophan efficiently, which could lead to poor sleep, increased stress, and difficulty recovering from illness. Beyond their sleep-enhancing benefits, pumpkin seeds are powerful for starving cancer cells and protecting the body from disease. They contain phytosterols, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds that help lower oxidative stress, one of the leading causes of cell damage and cancer growth. Oxidative stress occurs when there is an imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants in the body, which can damage healthy cells and make it easier for cancer cells to form and spread. The antioxidants in pumpkin seeds neutralize these harmful molecules, keeping cells strong and protected. One of the most important ways pumpkin seeds help fight cancer is by regulating immune function. The body's immune system is responsible for detecting and destroying abnormal cells before they turn into tumors. However, chronic inflammation, stress, and poor diet can weaken immune defenses, making it easier for cancer cells to grow undetected. The powerful compounds in pumpkin seeds help balance immune responses, reduce chronic inflammation, and support the body's natural ability to fight off cancerous cells. Pumpkin seeds also contain lignans, plant-based compounds that have been studied for their role in blocking hormone-related cancers, such as breast and prostate cancer. Lignans bind to estrogen receptors in the body, preventing excess estrogen from fueling the growth of certain types of tumors. This makes pumpkin seeds particularly beneficial for hormone balance and cancer prevention, especially for those at higher risk of developing hormone-sensitive cancers. According to a review in Grain and Oil Science and Technology, one study looked at how pumpkin seed extracts affected cancer cells in the lab. The researchers found that when they added pumpkin seed extracts to breast cancer cells, the seeds made it harder for those cells to grow. They also discovered that these extracts could increase a hormone called estradiol, which is linked to how some cancer cells behave. The study explains that pumpkin seeds have substances like cucurbitacins and antioxidants, which help fight cancer by reducing harmful effects in the body. These seeds work against free radicals. These are tiny particles that can harm cells and lead to cancer. Eating more pumpkin seeds can be a smart way to take care of your health and lower the risk of cancer. Additionally, the high fiber content in pumpkin seeds supports gut health, which plays a major role in both immune function and mood regulation. A healthy gut microbiome helps absorb nutrients that strengthen the immune system and remove toxins that could contribute to cancer growth. Since about 90% of serotonin is produced in the gut, a well-balanced digestive system helps maintain healthy serotonin levels, leading to better sleep, improved mood, and stronger immune function. Eating just a small handful of pumpkin seeds each day can provide essential nutrients for deep sleep, cancer prevention, and overall health. They are easy to add to meals and can be enjoyed raw, roasted, or blended into smoothies. The combination of tryptophan, magnesium, zinc, antioxidants, and fiber makes pumpkin seeds one of the most powerful plant-based foods for protecting the body, improving sleep, and maintaining long-term wellness. Here's a simple budget-friendly recipe on how you can incorporate pumpkin seeds into your diet. Roasted spiced pumpkin seeds are a crunchy and nutrient-dense snack that can be made in minutes. Start by tossing 1 cup of raw pumpkin seeds with a teaspoon of olive oil and a pinch of sea salt. For extra flavor, add a dash of smoked paprika, garlic powder, or cinnamon, depending on your preference. Spread the seeds out on a baking sheet and roast at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes, stirring halfway through. Let them cool before enjoying. These roasted seeds make a perfect snack on their own, or can be sprinkled over salads, soups, or yogurt for an extra boost of nutrients. Tofu.
Tofu and soy foods. These are foods made from soybeans. Tofu is made from soybeans. And let's talk about tofu, for example. Now, you can go to the grocery store and very easily in the refrigeration section, you can actually find soft tofu versus firm tofu. But that's not all there is. There are lots of different types of tofu. If you go to an Asian grocery store, all right, there are these big mega stores with Asian groceries. You'll find not only the soft tofu and firm tofu, but you'll also find tofu skin. You'll find different types of fermented tofu. You'll find fermented soybeans. There's a kind of soybean that's fermented called natto. It's a Japanese delicacy. It's a pretty potent fermented soybean, but it's got the highest level of genistein, which is a phytoestrogen that's good for cutting off the blood supply to cancer. It's very beneficial for our health defense system. So fermented foods, as you know, is a probiotic food like natto. Now you get all the other benefits of the protein from the soy foods as well. Now, edamame, which you can actually find in the frozen section, you can steam them up. It's the same kind of edamame you would get, if you go to a Japanese restaurant, at the sushi bar, you actually order some steamed edamame, add a little bit of sea salt to it. That's also a delicious way of getting plant-based proteins into you as well. Now, an analysis by researchers at Zhejiang University in China looked again at 21 different clinical studies that all showed that eating large amounts of soybean proteins was associated with benefits to lower the risk of cancer. In fact, a 15% reduction in stomach cancer and other gastrointestinal cancers by eating soybeans. This genocide is anti-angiogenic. That means it cuts off the blood supply to tumors, and beneficial.
Dr. Lee recommends tofu as a high-tryptophan, plant-based protein that supports deep sleep, hormonal balance, and cancer prevention. Tofu is made from soybeans, which are naturally rich in tryptophan, an essential amino acid that helps the body produce serotonin and melatonin. These two hormones play a vital role in mood regulation, stress reduction, and sleep quality. When the body has enough serotonin, it promotes relaxation and a sense of calm, making it easier to transition into a restful night's sleep. Since serotonin is converted into melatonin, eating tryptophan-rich foods like tofu helps regulate the body's internal clock, ensuring deeper and more consistent sleep cycles. Tofu is also an excellent source of isoflavones, plant compounds that help reduce inflammation, balance hormones, and lower the risk of hormone-related cancers, such as breast, prostate, and ovarian cancer. Isoflavones work by blocking excess estrogen activity, which can fuel the growth of certain tumors. By naturally regulating estrogen levels, tofu helps protect the body against abnormal cell growth, making it a powerful food for starving cancer cells and reducing the risk of hormone-driven diseases. According to a review in PLOS One, researchers studied how eating tofu might help lower the chances of getting breast cancer. They looked at 14 different studies, which included surveys of people who eat tofu and those who don't. The researchers found that women who ate more tofu had a lower risk of getting breast cancer. Specifically, for every extra 10 grams of tofu someone ate each day, their risk of breast cancer went down by about 10%. In addition to its cancer-fighting and sleep-enhancing properties, tofu is packed with calcium, magnesium, and iron, 3 essential minerals that support muscle relaxation, nerve function, and collagen formation. Magnesium, in particular, helps calm the nervous system, reducing nighttime restlessness and promoting deeper, more restorative sleep. Many people with sleep disorders, including insomnia and anxiety-related sleep disruptions, have low magnesium levels, which can make it harder to fall and stay asleep. By eating magnesium-rich foods like tofu, the body can naturally relax before bedtime and improve sleep efficiency. Tofu is also a great source of plant-based protein, which helps maintain stable blood sugar levels and prevent nighttime awakenings. Many people experience blood sugar crashes while sleeping, which can cause restlessness and frequent waking during the night. The protein and fiber in tofu help slow digestion and provide a steady release of energy, ensuring that the body remains balanced and relaxed throughout the night. Incorporating tofu into your diet is simple and budget-friendly. It can be stir-fried with vegetables, blended into smoothies, scrambled as an egg substitute, or added to soups and salads. Here's a simple, budget-friendly recipe on how you can incorporate tofu into your diet. Garlic ginger stir-fried tofu is a flavorful and protein-packed meal that is easy to prepare. Start by cutting a block of firm tofu into bite-sized cubes. Heat a tablespoon of oil in a pan over medium heat, and add the tofu, cooking until golden brown on all sides. Remove the tofu from the pan and set it aside. In the same pan, sauté minced garlic and grated ginger for about 30 seconds. Then add a splash of soy sauce and a teaspoon of maple syrup or honey for a hint of sweetness. Return the tofu to the pan and toss everything together until well coated. Serve over steamed rice or mixed greens for a simple and nourishing meal. Oats.
Now, oatmeal is good for you. It turns out that oatmeal, which is made out of oats, which is a whole grain, is something that actually helps your body in all kinds of different ways. So let's go look at some of those details. First, what's in an oat? Oats, like other plant-based foods, contain natural bioactives. One of them is called avananthramide, Avenantramide, avenantramide. I like to spell out some of the complicated words because sometimes people take notes or they can't, and they need to actually write it down. And also beta-glucan, beta-D-glucan, B-E-T-A-D as in David, glucan, G-L-U-C-A-N. So avenantramide and beta-glucan are actually some of the natural bioactives, two important natural bioactives that are found in oats and in oatmeal. Now, I will also tell you that the avenantramide is also used in skin cream. There is a skin cream called Aveeno. It's very common. If you are a parent, you probably used it to rub on your child's skin when they were young. And guess what? Not only is it moisturizing, but it's anti-inflammatory. All right. And it's anti-inflammatory even when you rub the oatmeal bioactive avenantramide on top of the skin. So you might imagine what happens when you actually have avenantramide inside your body. So we're going to talk about that in just 1 second. Now, beta-D-glucan, the other oat-derived natural bioactive, is known as a soluble fiber. And you've probably already recognized that fibers are good for gut health. But I'll tell you, beta-D-glucan is also found in, for example, mushrooms, also found in barley, also found in rye. So think about rye bread, okay? But beta-glucan is also found in oats, as I mentioned to you. Now, researchers in the lab have found that beta-glucan is super anti-inflammatory. And not only that, beta-D-glucan also lowers cholesterol. So it's good for our blood lipids. And it's a source of dietary fiber from oats that actually feeds our gut microbiome. Now, you know the gut microbiome is the 39 trillion bacteria that live in our body. Most of them are actually inside our gut. They're in the tail end of the gut in the colon. And the part of the colon they live is called the cecum, C-E-C-U-M. It's the same area that the appendix is actually located at. In fact, we're beginning to recognize the appendix probably has an air traffic control like function with the gut microbiome. That's an area of research that's being worked on right now. So beta-glucan, good for the gut microbiome. Now, I've actually, as a food as medicine researcher, been looking at these bioactives from oats, all right? So one of the things that we've done is to ask if avenantramide is anti-inflammatory and beta-D-glucan is actually good for healing from the gut perspective, what else can avenantramides and beta-glucan do? So we've actually took oats and had extracts made from them. So we had pure avenantramide, pure beta-D-glucan, and we tested it in a model for wound healing. Now, why did we do that? Well, because I can tell you as a doctor, wounds, specifically chronic wounds. I'm not talking about the paper cut that heals right up. I'm talking about people who are in a nursing home with bed sores. I'm talking about people with diabetes who have diabetic foot ulcers that don't heal. People with vascular disease, they've got blockages in their arteries, and so they develop wounds that just don't heal. Now, imagine if you had an injury, a cut that didn't heal, and eventually that could get infected and get really nasty. And in the case of people with diabetes, for example, those wounds can become gangrenous and it can lead to the amputation of an entire leg. So it's an area of research I've been working on for angiogenesis because you need new blood vessels to heal them. It's a whole other story I'll talk about in another video, but I will tell you that I'm one of the experts out there in wound healing. So like other ways that I've studied food as medicine, we've taken a model that's used to test pharmaceuticals or medical devices. In this case, you get a lab animal that has a punch biopsy and you've got a little perfect circular wound that's full thickness, all right? And then you let the wound heal up by itself. And so we know exactly how fast that wound is going to heal. And in another group of animals, we made the same full thickness wound. And what we did in that group is we injected avenantramide or beta-D-glucan right into the corners of the wound to see what would happen. And I'll tell you what was amazing that we found. And this is like where the light bulbs go off as a scientist, the eureka moment, is we found that the oat extracts would speed up the time it took to heal the wound. In fact, it doubled the rate of wound healing. We didn't think that was actually possible, but in fact, we took normal healthy wounds and we were able to cut the healing in half. When we actually looked at under the microscope at what was actually happening in the tissue, we found that the oats extracts stimulated more angiogenesis, all right, decreased inflammation, so there was much less inflammation, which is really good. You don't want wounds to have inflammation. But the big surprise for us was that the wounds that healed were, wait for it, scarless. Amazing. All right. And so we presented this at a wound healing meeting with other researchers, and everybody was like super surprised that we found this. But this is actually the nature of food as medicine research. We get to discover all kinds of cool things that Mother Nature actually has already packed into foods that we're eating. And when we looked even closer, we found that the beta-glucan actually stimulated stem cells as part of the healing process. Stem cells are part of our regenerative health defense system. So not surprisingly, if you're stimulating stem cells, that's more likely you're going to actually get scarless healing. So this is about oatmeal. This is an extract. I just told you about a research study that we've done in the lab. But now I want to talk to you about oatmeal that you would eat for breakfast, okay? Oatmeal is a complex carb. It's a good source of protein, and it's got the dietary fiber, as I said, that actually is good for your gut microbiome. So I'm just telling you, oatmeal is actually good for you, but you want to actually get a good oatmeal. So let's talk about the different kinds of oatmeal that are out there. So you probably have seen steel-cut oatmeal, steel-cut oats, or oatmeal from steel-cut oats. And this is probably the best kind of oatmeal to have. You know why? Because it has the least amount of processing. As we know, when you actually have whole foods that are not very processed and definitely not ultra processed, that's the best form for your actually health. So what are actually steel cut oats? Well, you know, oats are from the plant. They're these little kernels. And what to get steel cut oats, what they do is they toast the oat kernels and then they cut them into pieces with a steel blade. All right, chop, chop, chop. And then when you buy them, they're just ready to be soaking in water, like hot water, boiling water, and you can cook them. It takes in water maybe 30 to 40 minutes to actually cook them when you're stirring them. All right. But then they actually hydrate. In other words, they soak up the water and they're nice and soft, and you've got some nice oatmeal. This is something you can actually do, by the way, the night before with steel cut oats. Something easy to prepare for the next day. So then you just open up the fridge and heat some up. All right. So steel cut oats are probably the best. Next, you have rolled oats. You probably have seen rolled oats. And if you didn't, now I want to tell you, rolled oats are a little chewier than steel-cut oats. And these are actually really good if you're making oatmeal cookies because of the texture, the chewy texture. So what's a rolled oat? All right, it's actually the whole oat kernels that are steamed, and it softens them up, steams them up. And steaming them gives the oats a creamier texture. Then they're flattened out and rolled flat, okay? Kind of like pizza dough, so to speak. And that changes the texture. You get this creamy texture, and then they dry those rolled oats in an oven. As you can tell, it's a little bit more processed than the steel-cut oats. It's still okay, not too processed. But doing that actually changes the nature of the oats a little bit, which is why it starts to get into ultra processed. But it's got a lot of faster cooking time because it's already steamed. All right, it's basically already cooked. And all you got to do is to heat that in water for maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes max. Quick cooking because it's basically already cooked oats.
Dr. Lee recommends oats as a high-tryptophan whole grain that supports deep sleep, gut health, and cancer prevention. One of the unique benefits of oats is their high magnesium and B vitamin content, both of which are critical for relaxing the nervous system and reducing nighttime restlessness. Magnesium helps muscles relax and prevents involuntary contractions, which can disrupt sleep. B vitamins, especially B6, help the body convert tryptophan into serotonin more efficiently, ensuring a steady production of sleep-regulating hormones. Without enough B vitamins and magnesium, people are more likely to experience light, fragmented sleep, or difficulty falling asleep in the first place. Oats are also a powerful cancer-fighting food due to their high fiber content and antioxidant compounds. They contain beta-glucans, a type of soluble fiber that helps strengthen the immune system and regulate blood sugar levels, both of which are essential for reducing cancer risk. Beta-glucans work by activating immune cells, helping the body detect and eliminate abnormal cells before they turn cancerous. This makes oats an excellent food for starving cancer cells and preventing tumor growth. In addition to beta-glucans, oats contain avenanthramides, a rare group of antioxidants that reduce inflammation, prevent oxidative stress, and protect DNA from damage. Oxidative stress is one of the leading causes of cancer, as it allows harmful free radicals to attack healthy cells and disrupt normal cell function. The antioxidants in oats neutralize these free radicals, preventing them from causing long-term damage and helping to protect the body from chronic diseases. According to a review in the British Journal of Nutrition, scientists have studied how eating oats might help prevent certain types of cancer. One study that focused on prostate cancer showed that eating more oatmeal might be linked to a lower risk of getting this cancer. Oats also play an important role in gut health, which is directly linked to both sleep quality and cancer prevention. The fiber in oats acts as a prebiotic, feeding beneficial gut bacteria that support immune function and serotonin production. Since 90% of serotonin is made in the gut, maintaining a healthy microbiome is essential for mood stability, stress reduction, and restorative sleep. A well-balanced gut also helps eliminate toxins and carcinogens more effectively, further reducing the risk of chronic disease and inflammation. Another major benefit of oats is their ability to stabilize blood sugar levels, which is crucial for preventing nighttime awakenings and regulating energy throughout the day. When blood sugar fluctuates too much, it can lead to hormonal imbalances, stress, and sleep disturbances. The complex carbohydrates in oats release energy slowly, keeping blood sugar steady and preventing the highs and crashes that can disrupt sleep and weaken the immune system. Oats are also one of the most affordable and versatile tryptophan-rich foods, making them easy to incorporate into a daily diet. They can be enjoyed as warm oatmeal, overnight oats, or blended into smoothies for a nutrient-dense meal that supports sleep, immune health, and cancer prevention. Here's a simple budget-friendly recipe on how you can incorporate oats into your diet. No-bake oat energy bites are a convenient snack that supports digestion and energy levels. To make these, mix 1 cup of rolled oats with a 1/4 cup of nut butter and 2 tablespoons of honey in a bowl. Add a handful of chopped almonds or dark chocolate chips for extra flavor. Stir until everything is well combined, then roll the mixture into small bite-sized balls. Refrigerate for at least 30 minutes before enjoying. These energy bites are an easy grab-and-go option that helps keep blood sugar stable while providing fiber, protein, and essential nutrients. Almonds
is a great source of nitric oxide, and nitric oxide, which widens your blood vessels, lowers blood pressure, which is actually good for overall health as well. So, when I'm talking about healthy tree nuts and seeds, in this case with pine nuts, don't think about you have to have it only as trail mix. Get creative, go traditional, look for ways to actually incorporate them into a more diverse and broad palette, and look for recipes online. All right? So, just to wrap up a little bit, all these nuts, tree nuts, and that seed, the pine nuts, they contribute great source of protein, good source of healthy fats, dietary fiber, good for gut health, lowers inflammation, improves lipid metabolism, which can lower your cholesterol, streamline your metabolism, and so it brings down your blood glucose, and they're actually absolutely delicious, easy to work with. Just don't buy too much at a time so they don't go rancid on you. And the last thing I'm just telling you is that, remember, I recommend that you actually buy them plain and figure out how to doctor them up to your own personal liking. You want personalized nutrition? This is your opportunity to actually have some fun with your own raw tree nuts, and then come up with some recipes you mix yourself. Don't buy too much. Don't make too much. Store it, okay, and snack on it. And now you've actually found some really, really good, easy snacks that can tide you over between meals. Good for your health, good for your brain, good for your gut, and is healing as well.
Dr. Lee recommends almonds as a high-tryptophan, nutrient-dense food that supports deep sleep, brain function, and cancer prevention. Almonds are rich in tryptophan, an essential amino acid that helps the body produce serotonin and melatonin, both of which play a crucial role in mood regulation and sleep quality. One of the standout benefits of almonds is their high magnesium content. Many people with insomnia or restless sleep are actually deficient in magnesium, which can lead to tensed muscles, stress, and difficulty staying asleep. Almonds are also rich in riboflavin and niacin, two B vitamins that help enhance serotonin production and support brain function, making them an excellent choice for both mental clarity and relaxation. Almonds are also a powerful cancer-fighting food, thanks to their high antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. They contain vitamin E, a potent antioxidant that helps protect cells from oxidative stress and free radical damage, two major factors that contribute to cancer growth and aging. Oxidative stress occurs when harmful molecules attack healthy cells, leading to DNA mutations and chronic inflammation, which can trigger the development of cancerous cells. The antioxidants in almonds neutralize these free radicals, protecting the body from long-term cellular damage. According to a study in Gynecologic and Obstetric Investigation, eating nuts like almonds, peanuts, and walnuts can help lower the risk of developing breast cancer. The researchers looked at two groups of women. One group had breast cancer, and the other did not. They found that women who ate a lot of these nuts had a much lower chance of getting breast cancer, up to 3 times less likely compared to women who didn't eat them much. This means that eating these nuts regularly can be good for health. Another unique benefit of almonds is their ability to promote gut health, which is directly linked to serotonin production and immune function. The fiber in almonds acts as a prebiotic, feeding beneficial gut bacteria that help absorb nutrients, eliminate toxins, and enhance serotonin production. Almonds are one of the most convenient and budget-friendly tryptophan-rich foods, making them easy to add to any diet. They can be eaten raw as a snack, blended into smoothies, sprinkled over oatmeal, or used as almond butter in various dishes. Here's a simple, budget-friendly recipe on how you can incorporate almonds into your diet. Almond butter toast with honey is a quick and satisfying way to enjoy the benefits of almonds. Start by toasting a slice of whole grain bread until golden brown. Spread a thin layer of almond butter evenly over the toast, then drizzle a small amount of honey on top for natural sweetness. To add more texture and nutrients, sprinkle with sliced bananas, chia seeds, or crushed almonds. This simple meal provides a balance of healthy fats, fiber, and protein, making it a great option for breakfast or a snack that keeps you full and energized throughout the day. Bananas.
We all know that fruits are sweet. That's why I like fruits. I'm sure you as well. Nothing better than a juicy peach in the summertime or a delicious orange in the winter. Those are the seasons for these sweet, juicy fruits. And fruits do have sugar, but they are a lot better than processed sugar that you would actually find in a candy bar or a soda, or just adding sugar, for example, to coffee. So why is it that fruits are better than processed sugar, even though they're sweet? Well, it turns out the fruits are nutrient dense, and in addition to natural fructose, they also have natural bioactives like dietary fiber and polyphenols and micronutrients like vitamins and minerals. And all those things add up and they counter the potential issues related to sugar in the fruit. And by the way, your body needs sugar anyway. Your brain requires sugar. Your muscles require sugar. And so fruit actually improves your overall health. Okay, now let me give you some examples of what nutrient dense actually means. So apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? Actually, it's about 2 apples that really start to give you the benefit. But what's in an apple? It turns out that apples can be very sweet, but apples also have chlorogenic acid in your flesh. Chlorogenic acid lowers inflammation and improves your metabolism by burning down harmful visceral fat. That's a fat packed inside the tube of your body that can be very inflammatory. Apples have that. Apples also have in their skin something called ursolic acid. Ursolic acid calls out stem cells from your bone marrow to help repair and regenerate your body from the inside out. All right. You don't get that actually from pure sugar. That's why an apple, a whole apple, is nutrient dense with all these other bioactives that can help your body repair itself. Here's another one. Oranges. Oranges are seasonal. The wintertime is the best time to get an orange. Now look, you can have orange juice, very sweet, but better yet, have the whole fruit. Oranges have dietary fiber, right? And if you have a slice of orange and you're eating it, you know that there's fiber in it. And it also has polyphenols like hesperidin and narogenin and a lot of vitamin C. And vitamin C is anti-inflammatory. Hesperidin and narogenin cuts off the blood supply feeding cancers. It's anti-angiogenic, helps to rein in harmful blood vessels. And the dietary fiber, well, it actually feeds the gut microbiome. So your gut microbiome will release acetate, propionate, butyrate. These are called short-chain fatty acids. And when they're fed dietary fiber from whole fruits, guess what? They actually lower inflammation. They pump up your immune system to defend against bacteria and viruses from outside of the body and to defend against invaders like cancer cells inside your body. What's not to like about that? All right. That's what you get from eating a whole orange. All right. Let's take a look at some other fruits. Mango, very, very sweet, right? But mangoes actually have dietary fiber, a lot of fiber. And if you take a look at a mango, you'll see a lot of fiber. And it has a polyphenol called mangiferin. Mangoes, mangiferin, and mangiferin has anti-inflammatory properties. You don't get that from processed sugar. All right. Another one, pineapple, right? I love a ripe pineapple. Pineapples have dietary fiber and also a bioactive called bromelain. And bromelain is also anti-inflammatory. It boosts your immune system and it cuts off the blood supply to tumors as well. So eat whole fruits as opposed to processed sugar. It's going to be better for you. And by the way, talking about whole fruits, the whole fruit is also better than their juice. All right. Now, here's the thing. Let's look at orange juice, for example. If you had a tall glass of orange juice, you could slug that down. And you know how many oranges it takes to make one tall glass of orange juice? About 8 oranges. So one tall glass of orange juice has a sugar of about 8 oranges. So when you eat fruit, you don't want to eat too much. You want to be reasonable about it. And eating a whole fruit, a whole orange, you'll probably eat 1 orange and that'd be fine. And you'll take your time to eat it and you'll get all that dietary fiber. If you have a tall glass of orange juice, you'll be slugging down the sugar from 8 oranges all at once, right? And how many times have you been offered maybe a second glass of orange juice or you're really, really thirsty and you want to slake your thirst with OJ? So eat the whole fruit, healthiest way to actually have fruit. Now, clinical studies have also shown that a diet rich in whole fruits can reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. You don't see that with processed sugar, but you see that with eating whole fruits. In fact, a whole fruit diet can reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, heart attack, stroke, even limb ischemia, as we're not getting blood flow to the legs, by about 10%. And it lowers the risk of type 2 diabetes by about 40+% in women especially. Whole fruits also improve metabolism, right? So all these polyphenols and dietary fiber activates your brown fat. Your brown fat is the healthy fat in your body that fights the harmful fat. This is fat versus fat. I actually write about this in my book, Eat to Beat Your Diet. I talk about how fat isn't all fat, or all fat isn't bad fat. In fact, there's good fat called brown fat. And the harmful fat is called white fat, visceral fat especially, wiggly jiggly. It's very easy to expand that, especially if you eat a lot of processed sugar. Brown fat is wafer thin, pressed around your neck, and it fires up through a process called thermogenesis. And when brown fat is activated, in order to create that heat, you know what it does? It draws down the fuel from your harmful visceral fat. Good fat burns down harmful fat. And so this is how whole fruits, many whole fruits and their bioactives can actually be helpful for your body and lower inflammation as well. Now, many whole fruits also have bioactives that are cancer fighting. And in fact, there's been shown that eating whole fruits of a variety of types can lower risk of many kinds of cancer, lung cancer, colorectal cancer, breast cancer, all beneficial. Why? Because some of these polyphenols boost the immune system. They cut off the blood supply feeding cancer, and the dietary fiber feeds your gut microbiome. Absolutely critical for good health. And a good, well-fed microbiome gut bacteria also boosts your immune system. What does your immune system do? It conducts surveillance, looking to the right, looking to the left for any tiny little microscopic cancer cells to wipe out. And if you actually have cancer and you're battling cancer, one of the things you should know is good, strong immunity helps tip the odds in your favor. Now, how many times have you heard that cancer patients shouldn't eat fruit because of the sweetness? I'm telling you that for most cancer patients, eating fruit's just fine. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm giving you common sense because you're getting nutrient-dense foods that have dietary fiber and polyphenols that lower inflammation, boost immunity, and all these are factors that are very important to elevate your body's own health defenses against diseases, including cancer. Now, what about some tips for eating fruit? Well, eat local and eat seasonal is what I would actually say. Springtime, summertime, fall, winter. There's fruits that come out every single season. You can look them up on the internet to find out what's out there. But if you go to a farmer's market, you'll usually see the seasonal fruits that are being grown around you and are actually going to be at their peak. So eat seasonally when it comes to fruits is the best way.
Dr. Lee recommends bananas as a high-tryptophan food that supports brain function, digestive health, and cancer prevention. Bananas provide a natural source of B vitamins, magnesium, and potassium, all of which contribute to nerve function, muscle relaxation, and stress reduction. Unlike many processed snacks, bananas offer a steady release of energy without spiking blood sugar levels, making them an excellent choice for maintaining overall metabolic balance. One of the key benefits of bananas is their potassium content, which plays a crucial role in heart health, blood pressure regulation, and electrolyte balance. Potassium helps relax blood vessels, improving circulation, and ensuring that nutrients and oxygen reach all parts of the body efficiently. This is especially important for those with high blood pressure or cardiovascular concerns, as proper circulation helps support healthy organ function and reduce inflammation. Bananas also contain resistant starch and prebiotic fiber, which help feed beneficial gut bacteria and promote a healthy digestive system. A strong gut microbiome is essential for nutrient absorption, toxin elimination, and immune system regulation. Since a well-balanced gut helps remove harmful substances that contribute to chronic inflammation, eating bananas regularly may reduce the risk of digestive cancers and support long-term cellular health. Another unique property of bananas is their antioxidant content, including dopamine and vitamin C, which help neutralize free radicals and protect cells from damage. Free radical buildup is one of the leading causes of cell mutations and premature aging, making antioxidants essential for cancer prevention and skin health. According to a review in Frontiers in Oncology, researchers looked at different parts of the banana plant, including the bananas themselves, the peels, and the leaves, to see how they could stop cancer cells from growing. In many of the laboratory tests, scientists found that certain extracts from bananas showed the ability to kill cancer cells and stop them from spreading. For example, one study found that an extract from Nendran banana peels worked really well against a type of breast cancer cell in a lab. These extracts contain important substances like flavonoids and polyphenols, which have protective effects on cells. The anti-inflammatory effects of bananas also help reduce joint pain, muscle stiffness, and recovery time after exercise, making them a great option for active individuals. For those looking for an easy and affordable way to enhance nutrient intake, bananas are one of the most convenient and cost-effective superfoods. They can be eaten raw, blended into smoothies, sliced over oatmeal, or frozen for a creamy, ice cream-like treat. Their natural sweetness makes them an excellent sugar alternative in baking and desserts, helping to reduce reliance on processed foods while still satisfying cravings. Here's a simple budget-friendly recipe on how you can incorporate bananas into your diet. Creamy banana oatmeal is a warm and nourishing dish that provides sustained energy while supporting digestion and overall health. To make this, cook half a cup of oats with 1 cup of water or plant-based milk over medium heat. Mash a ripe banana and stir it into the oatmeal as it cooks, allowing the natural sweetness to blend in. For extra nutrition, sprinkle in a pinch of cinnamon, a handful of chopped nuts, or a spoonful of flax seeds. Once the oatmeal reaches a creamy consistency, remove it from heat and let it cool slightly before serving. This simple meal is an excellent way to start the day with fiber, vitamins, and minerals that support gut health, energy levels, and overall well-being.